you say has power, enormous power. You've probably heard it in some spiritual or religious tradition that before anything was created in the world, there was the Word, right? It comes out of Christianity, out of Judaism, everywhere. The Word is what created the world. So, think about it. God said, and the world came into being. So you don't have to believe in God for this, really, to think about this concept. You can just apply it. I mean, even in metaphysics, we hear it over and over again. What you focus on expands, but your thoughts, your focus, your thoughts are words, right? So what we say is creative. Our words are creative. You hear this in so many different areas. So I want to talk about that today because I know that just like a lot of other people, I talk a lot about manifesting your desires, creating what you want, and how to do that. So your words are an enormously powerful way for you to create what you want. The problem is the majority of people are focused on what they don't want, and that's what they talk about. So they say, I don't want more bills, I don't want to gain more weight, I don't want to be sick, I don't want my husband to do that thing anymore, I don't want my boss to say that anymore, I don't want to have to do these things. Whatever it is, right? But you're focused on what you're talking about. You're focused on and talking about what you don't want. And know that wherever you're placing your attention in your mind, that's what's going to be coming out of your mouth, right? So your thoughts and your words go together. So the more you talk about what you want, or don't want, the more you talk about what you don't want, the more you create of it. So we need to manage our language. We need to be languaging in a different way. And the first thing everyone will tell you, including me, is stop talking about what you don't want and talk about what you do want. So instead of saying, I don't want this, I don't want that, we say, I do want this, I do want that. I want to have a loving relationship. I want to have a fit and healthy body. I want to earn $150,000 a year. I want to have my right livelihood. I want to have more free time. That is a great first step towards creating what you want, okay? Because you're focused on what you want. So you have your mind on what you want, and the words coming out of your mouth are about what you want. I talk a lot about affirmations, like a lot of other people. Affirmations are awesome. So saying I now earn $150,000 a year is way better than saying I want it, or I don't want to be in debt, right? But affirmations are positive statements, while way better than a negative statement, are still putting you into lack. They're coming from an energy of lack. And so we have to be very careful about this. So not only does saying, I now have $150,000 per year coming in, that's my income, not only does that, does focus on what you want, but it potentially makes you feel bad, and your mind is kind of going, hey, hold on, we don't have that yet. You're telling lies here, right? And so a lot of people struggle with affirmations. So what I want to suggest is don't talk about what you don't want, and don't talk about what you do want. Instead, talk about and focus on what you're creating. Because being in the process of creating, in the creative process, that's really powerful. So if you say, I am now creating an income of $150,000 per year, your brain goes, wow, your mind's like, ooh, that I can latch onto because I can think about how can we do that? Okay, how can we do that? If we're creating $150,000 per year income, how are we going to do that? How am I going to solve that problem? And how can I begin pulling towards us the opportunities that will help us do that? So that word, I am now creating, or that phrase with the word creating is much more powerful than even I want or I now have. Because I now have puts the mind back into lack, into no, we don't really have that. So the idea of creating what we want is a much more powerful one, and those are more powerful words to use. So I want you to think about that. Come up with a list of the things that you do want. Okay, don't focus on what you don't want at all. Come up with a list of what you do want. And then every day, repeat over and over again, I am now creating blank, whatever it is you want. I suggest you journal it, write these really are affirmations also. Write the affirmations out and speak them, because the spoken word has enormous creative power to manifest what you want. So be talking about that. Okay, I now am creating a loving, fulfilling relationship with a man or a woman. I now am creating my perfect livelihood and earning $150,000 per year or more. So this opens the possibility to create that, right? And it's exciting, and it's going to get your mind turned on. And it's not going to put you into that place of saying, I want this, and then your mind going, but you don't have it yet, right? So we're still in lack, and the energy is in lack. Okay, so don't talk about what you don't want. Focus on what you do want, but talk about creating it. Journal about creating it. Say affirmations about creating it. So it's 3 different ways for you to do that, right? So to journal about it, to say affirmations about it, and to, I forgot the third one. Journal about it, say affirmations about it, and speak it, or write affirmations about it and speak it, sorry. And the speaking is really, really the most important. So again, watch your languaging. When you're somewhere and you find yourself saying, yeah, I'd love to have $150,000 per year coming in, but I don't. You need to qualify that. Say, I don't yet. I'm creating it. So watch your language. Watch what's coming out of your mouth and correct yourself so that you're always saying, you are creating this. I'm now creating this. In this moment, I am creating it. And I'm doing it with my language. Okay? So try that out. And, I gave you really simple tips. Just make a list of what you want. Begin journaling about that, but in the sense of I'm creating it. Write those affirmations. I am now creating X, and speak it. A great thing to do is to record your affirmations. So you can say, I am now creating, take a tape recorder or your phone, write yourself do a voice memo, that says, I am now creating $150,000 per year. I am now creating my right livelihood. I am now creating my, my perfect partner. Okay, so use that word, because words are creative. So why don't we talk about creating? What are we creating with those words? So that's my message for today. Go out there, use your words to create what you want. Watch your language and create with your words by using the word create. I am Nina Amir, the Inspiration to Creation Coach. I help people combine their passion with their purpose so they get inspired to action. And that's how you achieve more inspired results. One of the ways I do that is through certified high performance coaching. I'm one of 300 or 400 elite certified high performance coaches operating in the world. And I love to help people get from where they are to where they want to go, to manifest what they desire. But by doing that, by developing more clarity, energy, courage, productivity, and influence, by looking at your purpose and how present you are in this moment, all of these things. So wherever you are in your life, whatever you're struggling with, if you'd like to change that and get from here to there and then to here again, give me a call or go on over to ninaamir.com, ninaamir.com. And on the home page, you'll see a button for Certified High Performance Coaching. Click on that button and scroll down, and you will find an application for a free 1-hour Certified High Performance Coaching strategy session. Let's get together on the phone or with Zoom or Skype and talk about what you want your life to look like and how you can make it that way. Okay? An hour free with me. So go on over there to ninaamir.com and click on the button and send in the application. And if I feel like we're a good fit, I'll contact you about how we can schedule that hour together. But until then, as always, I'm Nina Amir. And until we talk, go out and achieve more inspired results.